Hello. Some time ago, somebody asked me, can I do or tell more about Finnish education? And today is the day. But she had some, I think it was she, yeah, some questions that I cannot answer because I have been in school for maybe 100 years ago, so I don't know how it's changed after that, but I will tell you what I know, okay? I'm sorry about the light. Sun is shining and not shining, and you know. But first things first, I think I published this on April. So we must change the monthly picture. And we got the skiing picture for April. We have had early spring this year. I don't remember. We have never ever had this early spring, but my memory. Let's don't. That's. I don't know. So we cannot ski anymore. Or we can, but it's not that good anymore. So, but yeah, let's go. I have drawn this thing for me that I can remember the different names for the schools, and we start from the years 0 to 6. It's not school, but if the parents are working or going to school or something, we can take the kids to early childhood education. And I have to say I'm not sure about these terms because, as you know, I'm not professional with words. So I hope these are right. So if you need, you can take your kids to your working hours too. I said it's kindergarten. I don't know why they said early childhood education. Well, anyways, but you have to pay for that service. But kids can play there, and they got some food there, and they can take naps, and you know. When I was kid, it wasn't must that you go to pre-primary education, or you take, how can you say it correctly, but yes, when I was young I didn't have to go there. I went there a few days only when I was 6. Or was I younger? Because I was a wise kid and I started school when I was 6 years old, and normally kids start their school when they are 7 years old. But I was so wise. Yes. But nowadays you have to go there. This pre-primary education thing. So my kids went there when they were 6, and it lasts only that 1 year. And I took here my daughter's pre-primary school book, and it's like this. of course, it's in Finnish. Kumma was the name. This is quite a funny name. Something like strange. And here are some tasks. And for example, how to make electricity. And then there is a thing where you need to round that thing which is smallest and biggest. And colors and some things like that. So then they have practice here numbers, how to write numbers, and things like that. Did I say it already? Yes, I did. Okay, and that's for 1 year, like I said. And the kids are 6 years old. Then they turn 7 and they start their school thing. Basic education from the years 7 to 16. And first they are in primary school, which contains classes 1 to 6. My daughter is now 10 years old and she is now on 3rd grade. The grade class. And my son is 12 years old and he is now in 5th grade class. What? Okay. So yes, and from 1 to 3, I think they get certification after the class. There is no numbers, only like words like good, excellent, and you know. But I think it was on for 4th grade and older, they get numbers from 4 to 10. And also like every subject, like math and English and is it mother language, which is Finnish here, and what else, you know, all the things. And those, and for extras, certification, I don't know, is that the correct word, but to how they behave in school. And they need to also make self, like what do they think by themselves. Yeah. Oh, that was hard. Yeah. But when I was on 1st grade, class 1, I was 6 years old, and here is my book for Finnish language. This is Iloinen Aapinen. Aapinen is the Finnish book thing, and this is Happy Aapinen. And we had here, we followed Onni and Enni bear's trip the school. Enni is the name of this girl and Onni is the boy. I was the only girl in my class. We have me and 6 boys. I was going to school in very tiny village school, and our class was the biggest. One class had only 2 persons, but we had 7, maybe some year 8 and maybe some years 6. But yes, me and the boys, yeah. So you know that when we have this, I show you just a little bit like this stories, and we need to read this. And there was these people who are talking there. People, they were animals, like there is a bunny and mouse also, and this Enni bear who was a girl. I was always this Enni. You can see I have a cross there, so I need to read that one. But I started school early. I was learning to read quite early, so it was easy. School was easy to me. And there was this song about the letters, and we get this one book only to our home. Of course, if we had some workbook, we get them, but this was the only not workbook we get to home. And it's still nowadays my son and girl gets their first books home, but not other ones. The books goes to another students in the next year. And here we are learning the letters. This is A, Ava, which is open, Aamu, morning, avain, key. Mitä äiti antaa? What mom gives. And here was learning to read and write with these. And then we had these songs. I still remember some songs, how they went. I like to go to school. So this was my book. And then I have here my sister's book. She is 8 years older than I am, and they had this Aabis kukko. I don't remember what is kukko in English. Kukko kieku. Like that. And they had like this. We had the same kind of in the back of the book. In an un, nin an nun. They had like this. I didn't find my son or girl's book, but this is my sister's. My sister has born in the year 80. So, yeah. Okay. And well, maybe I'll show you this one also. This is a math book from my daughter when she was in 2nd grade, so about 8 or 9 years old. And they have 2 math books every year. School start at autumn, normally in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. And this one book lasts from August to Christmas, and from January to May they have another math book. So quite a lot of math tasks. And what have they learned? Like, I don't know the words, but counting money and everything. So this was last year's book, and this year she have English book like this. Come with me. This is the textbook, and grade 3, 3rd grade. And here is always a story, then something extras, and a little bit more. And now here is like Finland, Suomi, Finnish, suomen kieli. There is the UK, Iso-Britannia, English, englannin kieli. Sweden, Ruotsi, Swedish, ruotsin kieli. Germany, Saksa, German, saksan kieli. France, Ranska, French, ranskan kieli. Russia, Venäjä, Russian, Venäjän kieli. And now when we were eating breakfast this morning, I asked for my daughter these foods. They are learning these now. Yeah. So this is the textbook, and this is the workbook, and here is also this notebook for English. So here are many kind of tasks, and they also make they use like computers also when they are learning nowadays. I can also learn here. I like, I don't like, do you like? So, yes. That's the only languages they are learning now, like Finnish and English. When they go to 7th grade, they start Swedish, because Swedish is in Finland. It's one language you can use here also. Finland has belonged to Sweden years and years and years ago. But also we have been part of a Russian, but we don't learn Russian if we don't want. I think it's like free. You can take it if you want, I'm not sure. Or German you can learn in when you get a little bit older. They tried, I live in a small city, they tried to get 12 people 10 years old who can start to learn German, but they didn't get that many, so they won't learn. Nobody will start to learn Germany next year. Ooh. Let's move on. And so when they have tests, they get they count points, and my daughter, who is younger, gets like words like good, excellent. What are the lowest? Not that good, no. But you know. And I think my son gets like numbers 8 plus 9 minus 5 from 4 to 10. Also in tests, but also to the certification, which I think it's not correct word. So they be in that primary school from classes 1 to 6, and after that they go to lower secondary school, and the classes 7 to 9. So about 13 to 16 years they are in lower secondary school, and those are you must go there, those, and it's free. They get free books, free lunch, and free pens, and everything they need in school. It's all free. Then they go to upper secondary school, and there you can choose. It's about 3 years long, from 16 to 18 years old, and you must go somewhere, either to general upper secondary or vocational education thing. That first one, they prepare students for the matriculation examination. I started that general upper secondary school when I was young, but I went there only 2 days. Then I changed to vocational education. I went to, well, it's like, is it like business school, or like customer service and selling and things like that, marketing and like that. And when I was young, we had school from Monday to Friday. How many hours? From 4 to 8 hours per day. But now my sister's son has just finished his vocational education. He is now like electricity worker person, and he had very low, not that much like hours in school. I don't know why, but he make like things in home by himself. And of course, when I was young and when he was young, there is this weeks when you go to some working place to actually work. you don't get any payments, but you learn how to work actually. These schools are free. You get to go to school and you get food, but you have to buy yourself books and pens, I think. Books at least. So not totally free, but almost free anyways. And this was the must. You have to go to school somewhere. Either that general upper secondary, or you can choose what you start to learn in vocational education. Like I was in business school and my sister's son is electricity person or hairdresser or cook or whatever, and my tummy is telling me something. Okay. And after that you don't need to go to school anymore if you don't want. And I stopped here. I didn't go anywhere except for later when I studied as a secretary. I am secretary also, and I also go for entrepreneur school. I'm also an entrepreneur thing. I don't know the words. But if you want to continue, you can go to higher education thing. And there is universities where you can be like bachelor, how to say it, bachelor or master or doctoral, and I don't know anything about this. Or you can go to universities of applied sciences if you want to learn more. So those are the choices. Yes, and I don't know in that vocational education anymore. When I was going that school, we had tests and we get numbers, I think. And when I get my certification, I think there was numbers from 1 to 5. So 5 is the best and 1 is the lowest. Yeah. And in some classes we get only like that you have go through, not like any numbers, but I don't know how they went. Oh, I hope this helps a little bit at least. If you want to know something specific from Finnish education, you can ask and I can make some research, but this is how the things are going now, as I know these things. I hope you like this video and take good care of yourself. And if you want, you can tell me what school have you go, and it would be like nice to know in different countries how is the educational things. Also, I have been working in one school as a secretary, so I like school, but I haven't been that much. I haven't take, like, for example, higher education. I haven't had this. Well, I have never known what will I be when I grow up. So maybe that's the reason why I haven't studied further. But yeah, thank you for watching. Take care of yourself, and we will see you at the next time. Bye bye.